So today I'm giving you a step-by-step method to make this very tasty and very delicious special goat-meat fried rice. If you're asking your partner, your lover, your friends, your family member for anything and they're refusing, the secret is just to make this rice for them, and I promise you that they will give you whatever you're asking for. Trust me on this. Welcome to the Sumptuous side of YouTube. My name is Teresa Metuka and you're highly welcome to my channel today. The first thing you want to get ready is your goat's meat. So I've already washed my goat's meat thoroughly. You can use lemon to wash your goat's meat. This will help to neutralize the smell. So season the goat's meat with some onions, pepper, and fresh curry leaves. Fresh curry leaves pairs perfectly well with goat's meat. It's going to make your goat's meat very flavorful, so add it in there. So I also added some seasoning cube and salt, so mix this very well. So just put your stove on low heat and cook the goat's meat until it extracts its own stock. So the reason why you want to do that is to give your goat's meat a very flavorful taste. So do not add water yet, just allow the meat to extract its own stock. Most times the stock from the goat's meat can cook the meat, but if it's not soft enough, so add water and cook your goat's meat until soft. So once the meat is soft, allow it to cool down and then you cut it into bite-sized pieces. Depending on how chunky or how small you want the goat's meat to be, so just cut it, but do not cut it too small, because if you cut it too small, you are still going to roast or fry it, so it's going to shrink up. So you want to keep that at the back of your mind when you are cutting your goat's meat into small bite pieces. If you are new to my channel, it's good to have you here. My name is Teresa Metuka and you're highly welcome to my channel. So do not forget to hit on the subscribe button, turn on your post notification to get notified when I drop new video. Don't forget to like and comment below. I would love to hear from you. So the next thing you want to do is to either you fry this, you roast this in the oven, or you use your air fryer to do this. So I'm going with the frying method because I'm also going to use the oil from this to also cook our special goat's meat fried rice. So fry this until golden brown. And a very special thank you to my returning viewers. Thank you for your like, thank you for your comments, and thank you for sharing my video. Thank you so much. So once the meat is properly fried, scoop out and set aside. So the next thing I'm getting ready is my pepper mix, and my pepper mix consists of tatashe. So make sure that you remove the seed of the tatashe because it is bitter and can affect the taste of your food, your Asun fried rice. So make sure you remove this. And the next thing, I'm also using some cayenne pepper, that's shombo, and some scotch bonnet pepper. I'm using the red and the yellow, and of course onions. So make sure you add enough onions in this. So the next thing you're going to do is to use your blender and use the pulse function of your blender and blend this roughly. Do not blend this smoothly, blend it roughly as you can see here, and set aside until we're ready to use it. So the next thing you want to do is to heat up some oil. So that's some oil that I use in frying my goat's meat. That's the oil that I'm using because it's going to add flavor to your food, so you need to use that. So saute some garlic, onions, and ginger. Please be mindful of the amount of oil that you use because there's still a lot of process we still going to need the oil for. So you don't want your food to be oily, so do not add too much oil. So just be mindful of the amount of oil that you use at each process because we're still going to blend everything together. You don't want your food to be oily. So in here, I added my pepper mix. I just scoop out just very little because I just want to mix this with some rice. So don't go overboard with it. So season with some thyme and some seasoning cube. That was all the spices I used. So add in your washed rice. So I'm using basmati rice. I washed my rice like 4 times to remove the excess starch from this. I do not parboil it, so please do not parboil it so that your rice can stand out one. You don't want soggy rice and you want your rice to look perfect. You can use other type of rice. You can use the long grain, you can use the short grain too to make this just to come out perfectly well. So one thing you need to also know is the seasoning of this. So like I said, there are other process to this, and we're going to be adding some spices. We're going to be seasoning the other process too. So do not go overboard with the seasoning, especially with the salt and the seasoning cubes. So make sure you are doing everything minimally. Before adding the rice, ensure that your pepper mix is cooked for 3 to 5 minutes to remove that raw taste. So next thing I'm adding is my meat stock and water. So for my meat stock, I've drained it out to just have a clear meat stock, but you can decide to put your meat stock as it is, but I prefer to drain mine. So make sure that you don't add too much water to this so that you don't end up with soggy rice. So cook the rice until soft. If you need to add water, check at interval and add water if needed. So you can see our rice is ready. You can see how beautiful it is. It's 1-1. So this is how your rice should be when you follow what I've said. So the next thing I want to do, this is optional though, is to cook my shrimps. So I just saute some garlic in hot oil, that was it, and added my shrimp. I'm just going to season my shrimp with just salt, and I'm going to cook this for 4 minutes so that it can cook properly and it will not turn to rubber. So once that is done, we're just going to scoop it out and set aside until I'm ready to use it. Like I said, the addition of the shrimps is optional, so you can decide to add shrimps to it, but I will recommend that you do because it just add another depth of flavor and also make your Asun rice look very rich. So the next thing I want to get ready is my vegetables. So the first thing I'm doing first is to fry my sausage. So just heat up some oil and then fry your sausage. The reason why you want to fry your sausage is that it's going to just give your sausage another depth of flavor. So you can skip the addition of the sausage if you're not a fan of sausage, or if you don't want to add sausage to your special meat fried rice. So just fry this for just a couple of minutes, for like 2 to 5 minutes, until it's just a bit golden brown. So please do not eat frozen sausage because it can affect your stomach, so you don't want stomach upset. So make sure you fry it or cook it, whatever means. So the next thing I'm adding is my chopped carrots and bell peppers. So I use the green, the red, and the yellow too, and I also add in just some green beans. So you can decide to use whatever vegetable of your choice that you like. So these are some of my favorite vegetables and I loved it so well. They pair perfectly well with our special goat's meat fried rice. Oh, it looks so colorful already. It looks so inviting and very delicious. I promise you, if you try out this recipe, you're going to enjoy every bit of it. It's very flavorful, very tasty, and everyone is going to love it. So into this, I'm just going to season up with some thyme and some soy sauce. So like I said earlier, be mindful of the spices, especially the ones that have salt. So I only season with thyme and soy sauce. I do not add any seasoning cube. I do not add any salt to it because I don't want my food to be salty. So you can decide to skip the soy sauce and just add some seasoning cube or salt, but the soy sauce is going to just add that depth of flavor to your food. So I advise that you make use of soy sauce. So another vegetable I added is my cabbage. So it pairs perfectly well with a special goat's meat fried rice. So just mix everything up together. So do not allow the cabbage to overcook. Just mix it up and just bring it down and your veggies is ready. So like I said, you can add to these vegetables. You can skip some of the vegetables that you don't like. So whichever one you are doing is fine. So just go with your flow. The next thing is to mix up everything together. So heat up some oil, add in your pepper mix. So do not go overboard with the pepper mix. Just add little, but not little, but let it be enough, just the way you were saying. Just watch this video to see what I'm talking about, because this is special goat's meat fried rice. So we want it to have that fried rice effect inside of the jollof rice. So just allow this to cook for 3 to 5 minutes to remove the raw taste of the pepper mix. So I season up with some thyme, some fresh curry leaves. You need to add that. Like I said, fresh curry pairs perfectly well with goat meat, and then make your special goat meat fried rice very flavorful. So add that in there. So I also added some turmeric, some seasoning cubes. So those were the spices I added. So just mix together and then add in your goat meat. Mix everything together until the sauce enter well into the goat meat. So once that is done, the next thing you want to add is some of the cooked rice. Add in some of the veggies. So the reason why you're adding everything in bits, so that you can mix up everything together, so that everywhere can have all of this deliciousness. Add remaining parts of the rice. So as you can see, everywhere there's nothing lacking. So that's how you should combine yours. So add the rice and mix together, then add the veggies too and mix everything together until everywhere has everything. So like I said, if you're asking anyone from anything and they are not giving it to you, your husband, your brother, your sister, your partner, your wife, just make this delicious special goat meat fried rice, and I promise you that they will give it to you. If they don't give it to you, that means they did not follow this recipe. I can assure you that they will give it to you. This rice is super delicious. All the spices worked perfectly well with each other, so make sure you try as much as possible to use the spices and measure in making this food, and you'll have yourself this delicious, very yummy, tasty, special goat meat fried rice. So add in your shrimps and mix everything up together. Is the colors for me. I love how the colors are bursting. Like you can see everything looking so inviting and very, very yummy. If you enjoyed watching this video, you're definitely going to enjoy my other videos. So just click on the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications to get notified when I drop a new video. And you can also check my other previous recipe. I have lots of deliciousness like this and more just for you. Just go. I'll put some of the links to some of the videos in the description box below, so do well to click on those links. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment. I would love to hear from you. So after mixing up everything together, your special goat meat fried rice or asun rice is ready. So yummy, right? Bye.